Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here. And you guys know that I am very much fascinated with the beta content and cut features that are in Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. And last week, we looked at probably one of the biggest leaks of cut content we've ever seen, including images of what the original Grand Theft Auto Online looked at, kind of the version that we never got to see, that was mainly revolving around a good guys versus bad guys or cops and crooks theme that featured three gangs. You had the option to join one of three: cops, bikers, and vagos. Now, even though that original idea was scrapped, we have seen a little bit of that come to fruition in the game, most recently with Grand Theft Auto Online bikers, a little bit with lowriders. We saw the vagos involved, but we really have never seen anything with the police. And that is something that had a lot of people interested, the ability to play as a good guy, and that certainly looked like that's what you were going to be able to do in online. However, obviously we know those images are super old, came out from a long time ago. I would say either like 5 to 6 to 7 years ago. So we know that that was the original concept for online and that it was scrapped. However, we have some more information and details to look at today that I think are very interesting, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about this. So staying on topic with the theme of cops, thanks to a user, GTA Expert, whose link I'll leave in the description, he has found a ton of new content that confirms the fact that Rockstar were definitely going to be using the police a lot more in GTA 5 and possibly in Grand Theft Auto Online, which makes this very interesting. He has found a ton of cut animations for not only NPC arrests, but new beta cops and beta cop actions too. So I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. If you want to check out the full video for yourself, you can. I'm going to be showing you guys some of the cool animations right now that were tied to the police in game, but that we don't see. And I think this is really interesting, the fact that Rockstar added all this cool content for the cops and the police, yet we never saw any of this in the game or in Grand Theft Auto Online. I mean, if you think about the cops right now and online, you walk up to them, they immediately start shooting you. There isn't really any realism here. And for the most part, even in GTA 5 single player, there's not a whole lot of realism. There's one or two cutscenes where we maybe see someone getting arrested, and obviously you'll sometimes see someone getting chased in a squad cop car, but there isn't really any like real world cop scenarios that you see. And a lot of these animations suggest that yes, that was going to be a thing that was at a time going to be added into Grand Theft Auto 5, and I would have obviously suspected that it would have carried over into online too, especially if they carried out the good guys versus bad guys, cops and robbers theme of online. So I thought the leak we saw the other day was very interesting, but I think this one is even more telling that, yeah, they were very much serious about including cops versus robbers into the game because they animated all of these new actions for the police and the cops to do. And that's one of my biggest bugs with GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. The cops are like T-1000 Terminators. They seem unrealistic, and I just wish there was a way to make them more involved in the game without having them too overbearing. And I think these new actions would have been super cool for the police officers to have. So as always, I'll leave a link to that in the description if you want to check it out more for yourself. Another thing we need to circle back to, and I don't love going to this leak, but the mysterious Rockstar employee that has been posting all of this information has also touched on the original idea for online, so I figured it would be fitting to include it in this video. He states the original idea for Grand Theft Auto Online was a game like APB, cops and robbers, but we weren't so tight on the players playing cops in GTA thing, so we ditched it. So that was kind of my theory all along, is that a game that is about heist and petty crime and criminal activity didn't really make sense to play as a cop. And I think that's ultimately why Rockstar ended up ditching it, because it probably just didn't make sense. Although I know there's a huge portion of the community that would love to do something like this. Instead of causing chaos and destruction in the world, they would like to bring order to it. And online, that could be super cool. I could see online cops using these animations that we just saw to create some really cool scenarios. The ability to store cop cars and wear police clothing, that could be cool as well. But it definitely seems as if Rockstar has another idea, and that's kind of been proven because a lot of the updates since online has come out have been all about crime or felony or, criminals. And for the most part, with all those updates, the cops have been the bad guys. And so I don't think we're ever going to see the ability for us to play as a cop in online, which is slightly unfortunate. And he follows up by saying the original Grand Theft Auto Online was called Cops and Crooks, but we canned it because it became far too MMO and it just sucked in general. So According to this guy, it wasn't very good and became too much like an MMO, which I actually don't think would have been a bad thing. I think some MMO features in online would be pretty cool, but if it did become far too overwhelming, that might have taken away from the beauty that is GTA multiplayer, which is a massive free mode allowing you to pretty much do whatever you want. So how crazy would that have been? The original concept for online would have been called Cops and Crooks. Instead of playing GTA Online, you would load up into this Cops and Crooks multiplayer mode. So definitely let me know how you think about this in the comment section down below. Do you like the current system we have for Grand Theft Auto Online, or do you like the one that was cut from the game? Now, obviously, we never got to experience that one. That's the one we really never got to see other than the recent images that have leaked. But I'm still curious as to which one you guys would have preferred, Cops versus Crooks or the more multiplayer free mode that we have today. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. So what I'm going to do next is show you guys some more images that came from the leak a couple of days ago. I didn't include these in my other video because, number one, I didn't even know they existed until a couple days ago, and I thought they were very interesting. Now, they don't necessarily show off anything new, but what they will show off is a very, very early version of the world of GTA 5, the characters, many of the stores like Los Santos Custom Shop, Ammunition. So take a look at them right now. They are pretty interesting. The biggest thing here is just the amount of detail that Rockstar put in over the final versions of the game, even the final copy of Xbox 360, and then obviously the improvement on Xbox One and PS4, and then probably the biggest improvement all the way on PC, which you can obviously create some beautiful looking scenarios in that game. So this is pretty cool, and there's just a lot of crazy things to check out here that, like I said, if you just take a minute to pause these, and I'll try to leave a link in the description so you can check them out for yourself. It's crazy to see what the world of GTA 5 was like then and what it is now. One of the things I noticed in the ammunition shot is when Michael is actually selecting one of the weapons, he has an option for light machine guns, which I don't think is a category in the game. I think Rockstar ultimately just combined that with the current MGs we have, but that was something I picked up on and I caught up. So that's just one thing that you can discover from these screenshots that, once again, I think are very, very interesting. So up next, these are some signs from the ammunition store. Now, I don't think anything was revealed here or there's any like typically interesting beta content. I mean, you could make some guesses as to what these signs ultimately could mean, but in case you want to take a look at them, you can. One of the interesting things I saw was the what's accepted here. There's like Fleece a Bank, Shark Card, and then another one called Limit. Kind of makes you wonder if there was going to be another type of shark card or in-game purchasable money. I don't really think so. I'm sure that was just like a beta image of sorts, but those are some really cool images from the ammunition store, the signs, kind of their slogans and whatnot. So you can also check that out if you want to. In case you guys are curious, these are the beta versions of the bicycles right here. This was something that was on this individual's website. Again, something that I didn't include in the video the other day, but I thought they'd be interesting enough to include in this one. You can see that's the Whip It bike and then the Endurex one, which is pretty cool. Not sure how many of you guys actually use these bikes in game, but still pretty interesting stuff. And the last couple things I want to talk about are changes to the map itself. Do you guys remember this image that we looked at a couple days ago? How I told you the map looks super not filled up, like there was broken roads that didn't connect. There seemed to be a lot of missing streets and whatnot, and I kind of wondered why that was the case. And since we know that this version of Grand Theft Auto Online was all about territories, maybe Rockstar included less streets, I guess you could say, in order to make the territories a little bit bigger. That's one theory I had, but also a theory is that the map couldn't have been complete at all. And a user on the GTA forum site, Black Scout, posted this image right here. You can see the image on the bottom left is the normal version of GTA 5, and the two on the top and off to the right is a blurred version of the beta map. And you can just see some of the differences right there. Look at the pier versus look at where like the other places are on the map itself. You can see the huge difference right there. One of the biggest difference I notices is the lack of homes on the right side of the pier, and also where that kind of like harbor or marina is. There seems to be a ton of differences right there as well. If you guys spot any, please be sure to let me know. The pier also looks pretty different too. I know it's a little bit blurry, but those are some of the differences that, again, apparently look to have been changed from when GTA 5 was being created all the way up until now. And the last two things we're going to be talking about today. Number one, it seems like Rockstar removed a bunch of foliage from the map, including a bunch of palm trees. I'm not sure why they ended up doing this, but these are screenshots from a user DGeneratorX on the GTA forum site. And you can see this image right here, lots of palm trees. And then in the next image, which is the regular version of GTA 5, no palm trees. So I wonder why Rockstar ended up removing those. Not really too sure why. And then last but not least, you guys know that famous billboard near the casino that's like an open TV? Well, originally this was apparently supposed to be a stunt jump, and we know in the game that that is not the case. I don't even think you can jump through it. If you try to, you like always hit this invisible glass barrier. So I'm not entirely too sure what's going on there, but again, those are just some of the major changes that were made to Grand Theft Auto Online. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think, whether you like the old version of GTA Online or whether you like the current one that we obviously have right now. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comment section down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.